Just don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor.
If the Lakers lose, changes will be made. I know that for a fact.
I'll agree to disagree on that one.
We're 0 now. Back to 0-0. We with all the smoke and we ain't ducking no fades. We're going to enjoy this one tonight, take tomorrow off, and then we'll go from there.
When it was decided that the Los Angeles Lakers would get the 7th seed and face off against the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the NBA playoffs, there was a tremendous amount of optimism, at least this time around. At the very minimum, there was hope that the Lakers won't get swept. But after the first 2 games of the series, things were soul-crushing for the Los Angeles Lakers. So going into Game 3, the Lakers were down 0-2. And the worst part about the situation is it could have easily been 1-1. With a pivotal Game 3 on the line, what was going to happen? Well, before we get to the content, make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. Over the past few days, we've been dominating on Prize Picks. We've been hitting an NBA, MLB, and we're on a hot streak, making a ton of money while having a lot of fun while doing it. I post my picks for free on Instagram, so you can literally just go copy my picks and just enjoy the game. And right now, Prize Picks will double your deposit match when you use my promo code TheFlightMike when you sign up. Or you can just click on the link in the description down below and sign up for Prize Picks. And thank you, Prize Picks, for the sponsor. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Game 2 was an absolute dogfight between the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers. And the moment Jamal Murray hit that game-winning buzzer beater down the baseline, post-game interviews got a little testy. You see, Anthony Davis said something that went viral, where he said, "We have stretches where we don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor, and we just got to get it right in time for Game 3. Some people were wondering whether or not this was a shot at Darvin Ham, who has been the subject of scrutiny throughout the entire season for the Los Angeles Lakers. In theory, the philosophy was that if the Los Angeles Lakers brought back the same team once again and they had a whole offseason to practice with one another, then perhaps the results would be significantly different during the playoffs, especially considering the fact that this is the healthiest that LeBron James and Anthony Davis have ever been as a unit. Now, the Lakers finished 12 games over 500, and I don't think the fact that the Lakers underperformed was a testament to how poorly they were coached. Rather, I felt like it was a testament to how dominant the Western Conference has been so far. Who could have thought that teams like the OKC Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves were going to emerge and be as dominant as they were this year? And to be honest, even as a Laker fan, I even find that to be a breath of fresh air. But regardless, some of Darvin Ham's decisions, at least in terms of adjustments in playoff series, leave a lot to be desired. And my own specific theory about this has to do with the moment that the Denver Nuggets switched off Nikola Jokic from Anthony Davis and put Aaron Gordon on Anthony Davis. The result was a 22-8 run by the Denver Nuggets. Anthony Davis was practically shut down at this point. So my question was, when Anthony Davis is saying we have stretches where we don't know what we're doing, is he talking about Darvin Ham's inability to make basic lineup adjustments? Or is he discussing something else? Well, Darvin Ham had this to say about it.
I mean, I just think sometimes the plays don't turn out the way you think they should. And, you know, the frustration sets in a little bit, but I don't think it's for us not being organized. I think we have incredible talented coaches all along my staff. We pride ourselves, whether it's a practice, a shoot around, a film session, games, whatever. We pride ourselves on being highly efficient and organized. So I just chalk that up to being frustrated. You know, it's an emotional game, the way it ended and all of that, but I'll agree to disagree on that one.
The jury is really out on Darvin Ham. Laker legend Shaquille O'Neal had this to say about it.
I don't like talking about coaches. I don't know. I don't have any idea. However, if the Lakers lose, changes will be made. I know that for a fact.
That's just the way the Lakers operate. They don't accept that stuff.
That's just the way they operate. You know, this storied franchise, historical franchise, and we're used to winning. We're all about winning, and you know, ever since that bubble championship, it's been kind of up and down. So changes will definitely be made.
But at the end of the day, when you take a look at who's been playing better throughout this entire series between the Lakers and the Nuggets, if you take a look at all of the Lakers statistics in terms of field goal percentage, effective field goal percentage, 2-point percentage, 3-point percentage, the only reason why the Denver Nuggets are winning is because the Nuggets average 17 more field goals per game than the Los Angeles Lakers have throughout this entire series. Currently, the Nuggets are averaging 95 field goal attempts per game to the Los Angeles Lakers 78.5. Turnovers and offensive rebounds have been the main difference, so if the Lakers are able to get that under control, theoretically they could turn this series around. At the end of the day, whether you're a fan of Darvin Ham or not, he's already been told that he is likely to return as the Lakers head coach next year, even with the early playoff exit. Really disappointing to have to make analysis on this topic, because you would think that the Los Angeles Lakers went into the offseason trying to figure out what they needed to do so they could defeat the Denver Nuggets should they be in this situation once again this year. And lo and behold, once again, they were in the same situation, going up against the defending champions that ended their season last year. And for the most part, I praise the Los Angeles Lakers offseason acquisitions. I praise the way that they built this team. But throughout this entire series, the problems persisted. Darvin Ham refused to make any adjustments at all whatsoever, and probably one of the most frustrating parts of this of all is the fact that one of my favorite players, D'Angelo Russell, who's been dominant in the latter part of the season, completely disappears when you need him the most. D'Angelo Russell's perceived as the third best offensive player on the Los Angeles Lakers. Not a bold take at all whatsoever. Very capable of being such. And we even saw what he was capable of in Game 2. He was very much aware of the fact that there are criticisms of him typically disappearing in the biggest games. And he even sent this message saying, "I've been dominating the season all year. So for me to have a game off when everyone is watching, obviously it's going to be magnified. You see what I did during the second game, and I'm looking forward to doing it the third game." And when time came for the third game, this man had 0 points through 3.5 quarters. D'Angelo Russell was nowhere to be found. As a matter of fact, if you watch the game, the Los Angeles Lakers offense was getting very depressing at a specific point. The game plan primarily consisted of forcing the ball to Anthony Davis on the interior, which is why Anthony Davis had such an incredible game. Statistically speaking, AD really put it all out there. But the problem with the Los Angeles Lakers is it seems like they're way too top heavy, overly dependent on a 39-year-old LeBron James and Anthony Davis for the majority of their offense. None of the role players really stepped up, with the exception of Taurean Prince a little bit in the fourth quarter. All the players that you were depending on to get you through this series were nowhere to be found when things mattered the most. And the thing that's the most frustrating about going up against the Denver Nuggets is that they are so deep that any one of their players could defeat you. Aaron Gordon tonight had one of his most efficient games. Michael Porter Jr. was hitting contested mid-range jumpers over the Lakers like it was nothing. Nikola Jokic had another triple-double, but that's something that we're all used to at this point. And it seemed like when things mattered the most, the Lakers just had no fight in them until it came time for like maybe 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden the Lakers realized that,
oh, if we don't do something quick, we're gonna be down 0-3 to the Denver Nuggets.
Now, look, I don't want to take anything away from the Denver Nuggets because there's a reason why they were the defending NBA champions. There's a reason why they're the second seed. They are one of the most complete teams in the entire NBA. And although I was optimistic about us at least being able to make this into a series, it was once again a repeat of last year. So a lot of questions face the Los Angeles Lakers in regards to what they can do to improve this roster throughout the offseason. And for the love of God, I really hope they don't think that their idea of improving this roster is selecting Bronny James with the 17th overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft. I'm just very disappointed in the way this team went out. Rui Hachimura was a non-factor in this game, scoring in single digits. Austin Reeves was inefficient as ever. D'Angelo Russell scored 0 points. I guess at the end of the day, I was just hoping for more from the Lakers in this season than just another sweep at the hands of the Denver Nuggets. I'm gonna need some time to really settle down emotionally before I can make a video on what I think the Lakers should do to improve their roster. But for now, I think we could all agree that this was a very disappointing conclusion for the Los Angeles Lakers. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. What do the Lakers need to do in order to improve, aside from firing Darvin Ham? Aside from that, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. You guys deserved it. You guys built your team right. I'm not taking anything away from you. y'all. I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.